Would you care to hear the strangest story? Perhaps it may be strange to you. If you saw it in a moving picture, you would say it couldn't be true. Welcome to PPI Recording Studio, nestled in the cradle of New York City. Welcome to the second weekly episode for the month of January 2026 for the new year for Dedication Around the Nation weekly video marketing and interview series, because we are getting it out to the nation and beyond. Well, that was a good one. First photo you see come up today is a thank you to all our YouTube channel subscribers for their foundational YouTube channel techno support. To become a new subscriber to this channel for help on the YouTube algorithm, very easy, quick, and simple. As you're watching today's episode, lower right hand corner of your screen, right down there's a red button just like the red on my horn or Larry the Lobster. You just click onto that red button, please, and you are now a new subscriber to the channel. As well, the lower portion of your viewing screen today while you were watching, right down here, right in the center, you're going to see this insignia, which is the like button. You can click onto that, please, to like this video for techno support on YouTube. And right to the right of the like button, right over here, you're going to see a rectangle, and that says share, and that's the share box. And you can click onto the share box, please, to share this episode with your family, friends, and social media. Next photo you're going to see come up is for last week's episode, which was January 7, 2026. If you've not seen it, live link in the text description area makes it very easy to click on to watch.
I saw it live.
Right, as they used to say in school, and you are there. So the next one you're going to see come up is a follow-up to the January 7th episode, and that is for, and you're going to see it on your screen right now, January 25, 2026 is Scot Albertson, John Baboian return engagement to Pearl Street Station Restaurant, 53 Summer Street, just north of Boston, up in Malden, Massachusetts, and it is a Sunday jazz brunch. It's from noon to 2:30 in the afternoon. John and I are going to be performing. No cover charge. Come on out. It's going to be a lot of fun, as always. And as well, you're going to see the next photo up on your screen. You're going to have some gastronomic delights, such as what you see on the screen. This is Bourbon Street French toast laced in maple syrup. And I had this when I performed last time for the brunch up at Pearl Street Station. It was just phenomenal, man. Chef Felipe Patrick, he was the one that actually puts all these wonderful brunch specials together. It was absolutely delicious. So that's going to be one I'm sure that's going to be up there in 2 weeks when we do the brunch. So this is going to be a community event brunch, meaning I'm going to, just like I do here on the video series each and every week, I'm going to be promoting some other nonprofits, such as the one you're going to see on your screen. Now this is for Bob Hilberg up in Massachusetts, and this is the April 19, 2026 Sarah Bradlee Fulton statue ceremony that's going to take place in Medford, Massachusetts. Now this is a nonprofit organization that's funding all this. And you're going to see the website on the actual flyer on your screen, as well as a QR code. You can scan the QR code. But the website is www.lookingbackatmedfordhistory.com. Live link in the text description area. So the whole idea is that Sarah Fulton was an American Revolutionary War heroine that had 9 kids. I don't know how she had time to be a heroine. And the fact of what she contributed, I should say, to the Revolutionary War. And that's going to take place, the actual ceremony, April 19, 2026 in Medford, Mass. So next one you're going to see up on your screen, and that is for What's New from the Deep Blue Desk here, at Dedication Around the Nation. This is the first one we're doing for 2026. And the next photo you're going to see come up, and this is for CBS News Station TV 8. And this date line is San Diego, California. This is only from 3 days ago, so it's new news, if you will. And we promoted CBS 8 quite a few times last year for 2025 because I really dig their channel. I dig their news service and what they put out there for news content. So this one is all about, you're going to see that on your screen, surfers frolicking in the surf right off San Diego with a ocean sunfish, also known as a MOLA MOLA. Now, if you don't know what a MOLA MOLA is, they are ocean sunfish. They are the largest bony fish in the ocean. They can get up to 2,000 pounds and larger. And reason why they're ocean sunfish, because they love to hang out on the surface or close to the surface and get those sun rays to warm them up. They just love it. That's what they do. Now, and what's cool about this video is that it's only about 3 minutes long, as the news report of how all these surfers were interacting with this Mola Mola. But unfortunately, it ended up on the beach by itself. And because it was 500 pounds, they couldn't get it off the beach and it died. Now, they don't know why it died. I'm sure they're going to do a necropsy to figure it out. And this brings me to why I talk about almost each and every episode about recycling and trash and why it doesn't need to be found in the ocean. Now, I found this walking yesterday on the streets in Waterbury, Connecticut. And it's not the only place that you'll find these. And they do not belong on the streets floating around. These are single stream recyclable plastic bags, and that's where they need to go. By themselves, just plastic bags. Do not put them in single stream recycling with your glass and all that. But unfortunately, what happens, because one of the main staples of Mola Mola and sea turtles is jellyfish. These get in the water, in the ocean. They can't tell the difference that, is this a jellyfish or is this a plastic bag? They don't know the difference. They get confused, and then they eat it. When they eat it, unfortunately, it gets stuck in their intestinal tract. It can't pass it. They can't eat, becomes infected, and eventually they die of starvation. So please, folks, please, please, do not put these in the trash. Please recycle these. Do not put them out. Let them fly around free in the environment, because they're going to end up in the water somehow, some way. Please recycle them. And you're going to see right on here, somewhere, it's right on here, that it actually has a recyclable triangle. Oh, here it is right here. Actually has a recyclable triangle, right? So please recycle these. Same with this. I found this floating around on the street the other day. Same thing. These are recyclable, folks. Please recycle them. Do not let them go into the water. Rivers, streams, brooks, no matter what, because eventually they'll find their way out to the ocean or an estuary like Long Island Sound. Project 142 Concert Series is the sponsor of the Dedication Around the Nation weekly video marketing and interview series. There you go. You see the logo on your screen. Project 142 is the sponsor to the Dedication and video series. And we created, meaning Chip and I, right here at PPI Recording Studio, this video series, launched it right here at PPI, April 28, 2020. And now we're rounding the bend to start our 6th year, coming up in about 3 months. Yes, it is. So the whole idea is I've taken 20 years of marketing experience from doing hundreds of my own gigs for many, many years, the tri-state area, also self-produced concerts, being artistic director of Project 142 Concert Series for 12 years. I poured it all into this video series to help support other organizations now. Hence, that's why we're going to do that at the Brunch on January 25th up in Pearl Street Station Restaurant in Malden, right? But the whole idea is we took Project 142 that was created by a retired minister here in New York City, Dick Leonard, in 2010. Dick got to know me because I was a Project 142 artist. I performed in his home, and it was in his home. He offered his home to artists and musicians to come in and perform, didn't charge them for the space. Dick had refreshments. It was all free. It was very, very cool, very sweet. By 2013, it outgrew its home, meaning Dick's home. And Dick had seen me perform in his home as a Project 142 artist. Hence, he asked me to then take it over and then take it on to the next evolutionary step, which I did. It became a mobile concert series in New York City for artists and musicians. And I made it a nonprofit, also created the website for it, created the logo for it, and the social media platform that all gets used to this day now 12 years later. But when the pandemic hit, what were we going to do about it? Everybody was staying home. Nobody was going anywhere. We couldn't. So then that's how we created this video series, now took it on to a whole nother step, and have helped organizations and podcast series like Paul Ponder's podcast series. You're going to see that on your screen. And we've been promoting them now for 2 years. And they just started their 2nd year of weekly live radio Saturday shows on WATD up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And I listened this past Saturday, which was January 10, 2026. Thank you to Paul Solano, who's the host, for promoting the Brunch on January 25th, twice in the radio show, not just once. But as well, he talked about this other event that I'm going to show you now and help to support not only Paul Ponders, but also this event. This is January 15th, this Thursday, 2026. It is for the Pembroke Foundation up in Pembroke, Mass. It's a trivia night, starts at 7 o'clock at the Community Center, in Pembroke. And all the donations go to the food pantry bank in Pembroke that helps local residents. So I'll have live links in the text description area, and I'll be promoting this on social media once this episode goes up tomorrow, which is January 13, 2026. And I'm glad to help get the word out for it. One of the other nonprofits that we also been supporting now for 3 years is, you're going to see that on your screen, Beneath the Sea. And they're going to be doing their 47th annual weekend expo coming up March 27th, 28th, 29th, 2026, right here in Secaucus, New Jersey at the Meadowland Exposition Center. And it's a nonprofit as well. And you're going to see that flyer on the screen. Now on the flyer, that's one that my buddy Rob and I created, has a QR code. You can scan it while you're watching today. Takes you right to the website. You can donate, or early bird tickets are available through January 19, 2026. So please feel free to go on the website, spread the word, and also buy your early bird tickets to Beneath the Sea. So I'm going to take it out today with a song. And this is a song John Baboian and I are going to be performing up at Pearl Street Station for the Jazz Brunch. And I opened with the intro verse to the song today. And you know how much we love the intro verses.
Yeah, we love those guys.
But this is a song called Polka Dots and Moonbeams. It's taken a page into the jazz vibe. A lot of jazz players play it. I've performed it many times. Certainly performed at the last Jazz Brunch. It's a really cool song, 1940, and it was made a big hit by Frank Sinatra. Would you care to hear the strangest story? Perhaps it may be strange to you. If you saw it in a moving picture, you would say it couldn't be true. A country dance was being held in a garden. I felt a bump and heard and oh, beg your pardon. Suddenly I saw polka dots and moonbeams all around the pug-nosed dream. The music started and was I the perplexed one? I held my breath and said, may I have the next one? In my frightened arms, polka dots and moonbeams sparkled on a pug-nosed dream. There were questions in the eyes of other dancers as we floated over the floor. There were questions, but my heart knew all the answers, and perhaps a few things more. Now in a cottage filled of lilacs and laughter, I know the meaning of the words ever after, and I'll always see polka dots and moonbeams when I kiss that pug-nosed dream. When I kiss that pug-nosed dream. Thank you, Chip. Yay!
I'll do that.
Check out all those live links in the text description. They're there for you. Nonprofits, Paul Ponders Podcast Series, Pearl Street Station Restaurant, the Jazz Brunch coming up. Now, this picture here is going to be for our next episode. These are Christmas tree tube worms that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to tell you about what that little flap is right here, what that's all about, and what it does for nature's ingenious design. Until then, we will see you next episode, and thank you as always, Mr. Chip Fabrizi, owner of PPI Recording Studio. We will see you next episode, and we will see you January 25th up at Pearl Street Station.